Let's go, Ohio.
Yo, what's going on,
What's
people?
going on?
Hey, uh, hey, before I do the intro, I want to say I missed you guys, man. I miss hearing you guys' voices. It's been a long time, and I want to apologize to our listeners. I know it's been like a month. I'm sorry, but I could promise you that that's never gonna happen again. Um, there we are, you know. Had some stuff going on. Kyle left CUT for a while. I finally defeated my eye situation. Rodney out there busting his ass off last month. We here, man. That being said, welcome to another episode of BigZ&TheOGs podcast with your boy Big Z. My right hand man's little big cuz Rico, and my right hand from back in the day, damn near 20 years, my boy.
Pablo fucking Moody. Let's
You
go.
know it. Let's
Let's
get
go.
it. Now, before we start, I want to talk about your because recently you left Connecticut, right?
Yup. Yes, I did.
Let's hear about your experience. Out of a runner rating out of 1 through 10, what would you give it?
It was a 10, man. I'm not gonna like the coolest part about leaving the state and taking the 4-day trip that I did take to Florida is that like I got to go on a plane to Florida, which was awesome. I mean, I was away from my family, but that kind of sucked. But either way, I spent 4 days in Disney Springs, Florida, which is super expensive for like the regular person. I spent 4 days, 2 days at the Disney park, all on company dime. I didn't pay for anything except for liquor and anything I wanted to buy at Disney. Going into the parks was free. Driving around Florida was free. The plane was free. The hotel was free. Food was free. It was such a great time. And yeah, honestly, shout out to Texas Roadhouse and their corporate structure for getting us, there were 36 of us managers from around our market that all went. So for them to put up that kind of money for 36 of us just to go out and do, I mean, we had a 4-day work trip for a 2-hour meeting on the third day we were there. Everything else was free time. We got to do whatever we, huge shot. That was huge. Definitely needed it. It was a great fucking time. I got to meet a lot of good people, got to do a lot of awesome shit that I wouldn't, it's not like I'm planning on going to Disney by myself anytime soon. So for them to be able to put me up, I built a lightsaber, which for those of you that don't know, I'm a huge fucking Star Wars nerd. So that was fucking awesome. One of the best experiences of my fucking life. So like just to be able to do that kind of thing, for the company I work for to put the money up for me to do that, it was absolutely awesome, dude.
Most importantly, will you meet any
Straight.
new Cowboy fans?
I did. I met two guys from Maine that are huge Cowboys fans. One of them actually, his entire back it's got the Dallas Star in the middle, and he's got Roger Staubach, Michael Irvin, Drew Pearson, Emmitt Smith. He's got all the Dallas Cowboy legends jerseys tattooed on his back. Like his entire back is a Dallas Cowboy tribute. And I was like, damn, I thought I had the upper edge by, naming my son Emmett. I was like, that's about as diehard as you can get. And he's like, yeah, check this shit out.
You always meet somebody more diehard than you.
That shit was absolutely crazy.
And also, congratulations on you. And I call her my sister, man. Celebrating another anniversary, man.
4 years, man.
I'm happy for you guys from the bottom of my heart, man.
I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. I appreciate that.
I love, cause I know how much you love your son, and I know how much you love your wife, man. And we all know, well, they don't know, but I know how far you came. I just want to give you your flowers while you can hear them. And
I appreciate that.
Truly happy for you, brother.
So outside of the Florida trip being since the last time we recorded, there's one other thing since we've recorded last that I did get to check off and I did get to do. And that was pretty awesome. Since the last time we recorded, I actually got to meet Rodney in person.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that was pretty cool.
Talk about that experience.
Hooked me up with some movie tickets. That was awesome. Smoked a little bit, shot the shit, and had a good time. Then him and his girl came into work and I hooked him up on some food. So
fire.
It was great, man. It was good. It was nice to actually put a face to the voice, you know?
Yeah, man. All right, Rodney, on to you, big cuz. How you been for the last month, man? Talk to the people.
I've just been working, trying not to stress myself out. I just got this little car, my little project I'm trying to put together.
I say, boy, I've been making some moves over here.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
So you've been making some big moves over there.
Yeah, just a little bit. This hit hard, man. I ain't even gonna lie.
Listen, cuz.
If it was easy, everybody would do it, man.
Listen, cuz. Slow motion is better than no motion. I'm proud of you, my boy. Slow motion is better than nothing.
Doing your thing, man. Keep doing your fucking thing, man.
You gonna have a breakthrough. We all gonna have a breakthrough. Now, on to me, everything. Before I get to me, everything good. Your wife is good. Your family's good. Everybody's
Oh,
healthy.
yeah, man. We, except for me, but yeah.
That's good. How about you, Rodney? You good? Your wife good? Y'all good?
Yeah,
Everything bless her?
everybody's straight. Just trying.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Well, on to me, then we can get on to what we got here to do, but it's important that, the people hear about the other shit other than our perspective on sports. But to me, I finally got it done, man. Your boy can finally see, guys, and it's like, it's been 2 weeks and it's been like mind blowing, like it's like I can't believe for 4 years I was living one way, which was blind. So for me to see the world and actually, like today I went to the UConn game to actually watch a football game how it's supposed to be watched, man, I will never in my life take another thing for granted, another thing for granted because boy, it, man. And on another tip, and I don't want to make this episode all cheesy, but once again, I want to appreciate these two fellas, man, because at one point in this month, I had something going on, and I'm be transparent with you guys. I went to them boys and was like, listen, I don't think I'm gonna be on this podcast for a while. I got shit going on, man. And these two fellas was like, nah, motherfucker, we ain't hearing this shit. Matter of fact, we gonna put the word out for you. These motherfuckers called me to see if I was good. These two dudes, man, I'll give my life to these dudes, man. These two dudes are the realest dudes you will ever fucking meet, man.
Shout out to you guys too, man. We were gonna do this last week, and I was super fucking sick, and y'all were like, "Nope, you ain't getting on, we ain't getting on."
No, that's exactly what you told me. Listen, bro, we ain't doing this shit without you, though. If you ain't on that bitch, we not on this bitch.
It's Big Z and the OGs, so if Big Z can't get on, the OGs just gonna be chilling.
But the OGs is just important as Big Z though, so
Ain't no I ain't team. Ain't no.
Yeah, straight up. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little terrified what was gonna happen is Rodney and I go out, re-record an episode, and that's the episode that goes viral. I can't run that risk. I can't run that risk.
I mean, to be fair, y'all would go right viral because one of y'all would say some bogus shit.
We already know who that would have been.
Whoa. To you, it may have been bogus. To the world, it will have been a factual opinion.
You would have be like the worst take in NFL history.
All I'm gonna say is this: that we're really gonna get at this show is that it's only been 4 weeks and you already changed your mind on Jalen Hurts.
And only 2 weeks of football. We've been trying to tell you, bro. We've been trying to tell you.
Let him pass more and let's see what he can do. Okay. Well, he does more less than TDs. But that being said, let's start the show off by doing a snake draft. It's been a while. Today's topic is gonna be obviously we all pick 3 players, but it's gonna be It could be your three favorite players of all time, or players best fit for your team. In your mind, what's the best ultimate team for you? And to cap it off, we will all be picking a coach to top that off. How that sound?
Yep.
Mafia, I think I went first last time. So one of y'all, I've been killing y'all in these snake drafts, so I'll go last this time.
All right.
All right, Rodney, you started off, bro.
Well, since y'all probably already know who my first number one pick going.
Randy? No, he going probably Tom Brady.
You know I'm going Randy Moss, man.
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss for the first pick. Okay, I like
No,
it.
before you pick, can I propose a question for you real quick, Rodney?
Mhm.
You consider Tom Brady the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
So let's say we was playing at Legion Field, right? And you was the captain. Who you picking up first, Tom Brady or Randy Moss? Like we playing tackle football.
If we playing tackle football and I got to pick between Brady and Moss, I'm picking Moss.
But don't you need a quarterback?
Not if you got somebody like that.
If you, to be honest, I could take Randy Moss and take like a mediocre to decent receiver, and I could put any quarterback back.
So in your mind, I say that to say, so in your mind, if you were to pick Randy Moss over Brady, is Moss the GOAT to you?
Hold on, say that again.
Is you will pick Moss first in any situation, it seems like. So is Moss the GOAT to you, not Brady?
And the thing with me is, no, Brady's the GOAT because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the people Brady played with, nobody would really know about. Julian Edelman, for example, he was an alright receiver. But if Brady wasn't his quarterback and he wasn't in that Patriots offense, he'd have probably never made the field. He'd have probably never touched the field.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, Brandon LaFell had the best fucking career season in his career in New England. Well, I can't really, but I don't know. Tom Brady's known for turning nobodies into somebody. But Randy Moss was always Randy Moss. So he's turning any quarterback into Tom Brady. But the thing is, that's why I'm taking Randy Moss over Tom Brady for my first pick. He could turn any quarterback. Well, not a Tom Brady, but like how Brock Purdy is with San Fran. I don't need no superstar elite quarterback as long as I got the proper team around him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with
Get
that.
that answer. Oh, okay. So you got Randy Moss. Can I take a guess of who you gonna pick real quick?
Oh, go ahead. If you think you know who I'm going to pick, it was my first pick.
The number
Go ahead.
number 22.
Nope.
Okay. Interesting.
Nope.
Dak Prescott.
Nope.
If he
Now
don't
remember.
if he don't pick a cowboy, I will be shocked.
Now remember. I said any player from any era in their prime.
Oh, he probably going. Okay, Giants.
First person I'm taking. Antonio Brown.
Ooh.
I wasn't. I thought.
Antonio Brown. That's my first pick. Any player from any era in their prime, I'm taking Antonio Brown. For the same reason that you took Jerry Rice. There are certain players that it doesn't matter if you get an elite quarterback. Certain players just win a game.
Damn, we just got a 3-and-out. That's tough. By the way, guys, I'm watching the Bama Georgia game, and I believe these guys are watching the Ohio State Michigan State game.
I got to play my own background.
So we all watching our own favorite team. Antonio Brown, I wasn't expecting that, but that's sneaky great. That's a sneaky great pick. If for my pick is for my pick, I'm gonna go. What type of team do I want? No, I'm going Lawrence Taylor.
It's a bet. That's a safe bet.
And then
I forgot you get to go back to back.
back to back, I'm going. It don't matter if it's all offense or all defense or special teams. It
Doesn't
don't
matter.
matter.
Just three
With my
players
with,
at all.
with my second, everybody knows I'm going Barry
Sean
Sanders.
Taylor. Oh,
I need some offense. I need some offense.
that's fair. So with my second pick, any player, any era in their prime, I'm taking Deion Sanders.
Okay. Yeah, my last pick gonna fuck y'all up. I know it is.
So I got Antonio Brown and Deion Sanders.
I like that. I like that.
So what does mean that?
Yep.
Yep.
We go
And then
back to
take back
back.
to back.
Ooh, why could they go back to that? All right,
Yes, sir.
put the quarterback out the way. I'll take Michael Vick.
Okay.
Like 2004 Michael Vick.
You know, Madden '04 cover type shit.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
But
I'll make sure you weren't going to take like Eagles Michael Vick, you know?
Eagles Mike Vick wasn't too bad.
he wasn't. He was better than.
Okay.
No, he wasn't bad, but you
Let's
can't take him over Falcons.
go. Let's go. Give me the money. Let's go.
You get Michael Vick over Eagles over Donovan McNabb.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Give me the
But
money, fellas. Fuck Georgia, man.
Boss, Vick, those my two faces of my offense. Then defense and in my opinion, greatest safety of all time, Mr. Ed Reed himself.
That's a bet. That's a bet.
I,
So you got Jerry Rice.
no, we got Randy Moss.
Oh, sorry, Randy Moss,
Yeah, Michael Vick and
Michael Vick, and Ed Reed. So I got Antonio Brown,
Yep.
Deion Sanders,
Yep.
and for my third, so I have one offense, one defense.
Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Oh, nah, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. Let's go, Jalen. Let's go, Jalen. Let's go, Jalen.
Fuck, this is a lot harder than I thought. I thought I had this on lock when I decided to do this. For my third player, all time, in their prime, any era, I'm going to have to go. I feel like I got to go quarterback. This is probably going to be a hot take, and I'm probably going to get shit for this. I'm taking Brett Favre.
Okay. See, now my heart
Playing
wants to
Smash
go.
Mouth football.
My heart with my last pick, and then we're gonna go back to Rodney for the coaches. And my heart, I want to go with the greatest defensive lineman of all time, Aaron Donald. I do, but that's not my pick. I promise ya, I'm gonna shock ya with my pick because I'm thinking fantasy. So for my last pick, I'm going Devin Hester.
That's a bet. Yeah, that's solid.
what's y'all three?
I got Lawrence Taylor, I got Barry Sanders, and I got Devin Hester.
Damn.
That's solid.
Touchdown, Bama. Let's go. Oh, never mind, flag.
What was yours, Kyle? You said Antonio Brown.
Deion Sanders
And Brett Favre.
and Brett Favre.
That's a lot of points right there. I ain't gonna lie.
And Reed.
I like Rodney's team too.
We always
Every
come up
race.
with some stuff. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, what was Rodney 3 again? You had Randy Moss.
Then both you
Oh, Michael Vick. Mike Vick. Damn. Now,
Ed Reed, Michael Vick, and Randy Moss.
that's a lot of fucking speed. All right.
I like that.
Touchdown,
That's a good team.
Yeah, I like all three of our teams. Now, for your head coach, who you choosing?
You would pick first. It's going to go in reverse order. So
Now I'm gonna go back to the top. So it'll be Rodney, you, and then me.
all right, what you got, Rodney? Who's your coach? I have a pretty strong feeling who you're going to take.
yeah, fuck it. I'll take Mike Tomlin.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that.
I was not ready for that either.
Oh.
I wasn't ready for that.
So for my coach,
I know who you taking, and I know it, and it's gonna piss me off. So I got to back up.
you know who I'm taking, like without a doubt.
In my heart, I have a feeling who you about to take.
Well, for me, it really comes down to two options.
Jimmy Johnson.
I'm taking Tom Landry.
I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go. We about to go two Steelers coaches because I'm gonna go Chuck Noll.
That's a safe bet too.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Johnson was hard not to pick, but
I need a defensive coach, cause I'm gonna have a mediocre ass QB. So I need stops so you could punt the ball to Devin Hester. I like that. I like our teams, man. I don't know if I'm winning this one. I think out of us three, I like Rodney's team a lot. His team is pure fucking speed. Like, how the fuck do you stop Randy Moss and Mike Vick?
easy. I got Dion.
Why? Where y'all hearing me?
Yeah, we can
Like,
hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, my shit just started. I don't know why it started.
So, do you think Prime? This is a question for both of y'all. Can Prime Dion guard Prime Randy Moss?
yeah.
I think that will be one hell of a matchup.
I don't even think it's
I think it's
a question.
50-50. I think Randy Moss gonna get some reps. Sanders, just like when he used to face Rice. Rice used to get some reps. He used to get some reps.
They both gonna get theirs. I like if they play a head up, like say the Falcons played the Pats right now, and Randy Moss was there and Deion Sanders was there. Moss will probably have a good like 50 yards, like 4 or 5 catches maybe. He ain't
That's
gonna
the
go crazy.
that's the thing about Moss. He rarely ever had over 10 receptions. All his shit be like 3 catches, 189.
Yeah, cause he burning the whole. Tom Brady throwing that shit up, or who was his quarterback back in Minnesota the first time?
Dante Culpepper.
Like Culpepper, yeah.
Don't sleep on Dante though. He was a serviceable QB. He was alright.
He was the cover of Madden 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah, him was tough.
But he also did have Randy Moss and Chris Carter, who's very underrated.
And he also had like a very fucking solid offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
When I seen that post on Facebook about the wide receiver duels, and I was them at number 1, I'm like, yeah, I'm not mad at that.
The fact AJ Brown and Devontae Smith is over Amari Cooper and CD Lamb is disrespectful. Disrespectful. And to have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins at number 4? Come on, man.
Yeah, that was pretty. I saw that and I was like, this is kind of wild.
Yeah, that's
I think the only other like newer combination I saw on there that's actually nasty is Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Like that's actually pretty
but
that's a pretty nasty combination.
another one that was supposed to be up there is Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too, because like those two were nasty together.
But y'all gotta think about it though. It was really Demaryius Thomas and Eric Decker though for a few years though.
Bro, they both was putting up 1,500 yards apiece at the same time, bro. From like 2014 to 2017, both of them was having 1,500 yards, seven plus touchdowns a season, bro.
Like their stats were identical. Like
it was no Demaryius Thomas and Eric. It was all 3 of them, bro. They was all wild, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Peyton Manning was looking crazy. He had to get a ring anyway.
How the game looking over there?
I think they just scored. Ohio State just scored. Yeah, it's about to be 10-9 if they hit this kid.
Oh shit.
We was driving down the field before. We was at like the 15, but then we went for it on 4th and 1 with that dumbass touch play.
yep.
Bro, let's just put shit down. Even Philly can't even do it no more.
Our drive was looking good though. We about to come down the street.
Let's get into some combat sports, man. We got a whole lot of shit to cover. First off, Ronnie, what happened to your pink-headed boy, man? What happened to him? What happened to O'Malley, man?
So there actually is an answer to that. I don't want to make excuses for him because we all know I hate him, but there is an actual like legitimate reason for that.
Talk to the people.
He does have a torn labrum in his head, which like that would explain why he looked slower. But I'm sorry, no matter what, if you go out there and you talk that kind of shit, hey, you could lose the fight. That's fine, right? Like it's the fight game. You're gonna lose something. Like it happens. But to get fucking manhandled, bro. Like this dude was just picking him up, putting him down, and just doing whatever the fuck he wanted.
Do you think he had a chance if he was healthy?
I mean, I think he had a chance regardless. Like his ground game is actually fairly good. So like he should have been able to do, I mean, he got to his feet a couple times, but like in that last round, he started piecing him the fuck up. I just don't think he had enough, like, I just don't know if he had enough in that hip to be able to throw kicks the way that he usually does for the full fight. He tried to do the best he could to survive. And then obviously we knew going to that last round, if O'Malley didn't finish him, he was going to lose the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And O'Malley did tag him a few times,
Yeah.
but like Merab just doesn't get tired. So he could just take him down and do whatever he wanted and then get back up and do it all over again. And like O'Malley he was breathing deep by that fifth round. And like Merab was just walking around like the fight hadn't even started yet. I think Merab loses a rematch. And I don't think Merab's, even if O'Malley doesn't get an immediate rematch, which I do think he deserves, I don't think there's anybody that Merab can fight in that division moving up that he could actually, like, I don't think he's going to successfully defend it no matter who he fights. The next time Merab fights, he's going to get put to sleep.
Now,
Because his stand up was not very good. Like, he hit some shots, but like against a natural good striker, Merab's in fucking danger.
what was your full overview of the whole card?
It was better than I thought it was going to be. And like, if you watch the whole thing and like you got the whole, like, it was a celebration of Mexican fighting and stuff like that, and you watched all the movies and stuff that they put on, the Sphere was an incredible place.
No, that place was nuts.
But
I need to go there one day for something, for like whatever box, whatever, because that was amazing what they did right there.
yeah, and they said that like they would never have another event there. They're gonna have another event at the Sphere. And like, the only issue I have is that like, I don't really know if this card fit. Like, it was a great card. There were some really good fights on there.
Some
I
people
just
got
don't,
knocked the fuck out.
I just don't know if that's the card that could really give, like, the movies for the Mexican history and stuff like that. The visuals were great. I just don't know if this is like the UFC card that really showed how awesome the Sphere could really be. Because like, like,
You
Conor McGregor fighting at the Sphere would be the biggest of all time. Right? Like,
don't
it's
think
that kind of place.
the next big, we'll get into the next big fight, which is the Jones fight. You don't think that will hold well there?
No, first of all, nobody wants to see John Jones fight. The only person if John Jones is going to fight and people want to see it, it's going to be against Tom Aspinall. And I'll tell you what, Tom Aspinall versus John Jones for the undisputed heavyweight belt at the Sphere would be massive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But like John Jones versus Stipe at the Sphere, bro, you could hold that fight at fucking Mohegan Sun because nobody wants to fucking see that fight.
Yeah, you. Speaking of Aspinall, cause you've been vouching for this for a minute now. You've been vouching for Aspinall to hold the title. What is your feelings on what's been going on with this Stipe and John Jones fight? At least Oliveira gonna be on the card. You know that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean Oliveira Chandler, that's gonna be a good fight. That's the best fight on the card so far. Fuck the John Jones fight. I understand the legacy thing, man. I understand you want to see the greatest mixed martial artist we've ever seen versus the greatest heavyweight we've ever seen, right? We want to see that. But I put this in the chat the other day. John Jones, and I was wrong, is 13 weeks away from the longest heavyweight reign in UFC history. His fight is 8 weeks away. So if he wins that fight, he'll have the record for the longest heavyweight championship reign of all time, having won it and defended it once in 4 years. That is a fucking disgrace to the heavyweight division, which like for the longest time in UFC history, light heavyweight and heavyweight is what built the fucking brand.
Yeah.
So like to have guys like Shogun Rua, Cain Velasquez, Brock Lesnar, like guys, Frank Mir, like the legends of the heavyweight division who fought 2-3 times a year to defend their belt.
Rampage Jackson.
Yeah, like even Daniel Cormier, like just even Stipe, like to see the guys who actively fought and defended their belt over and over and built the brand that way, to see John Jones get the longest championship reign by winning the belt without having to have his first fight at heavyweight was for the belt, which I still think is wrong. So he wins the belt. He defends it 4 years later against a guy who hasn't.
Hold on now. What's the difference between him getting a title fight on his first heavyweight, but we just seen Bud and win a title at 155, and that's a whole different. That's middleweight, and he was a welterweight. What's the difference?
The difference is that it's not like John Jones had been fighting regularly, right? Like, it's not like he had just defended his light heavyweight belt 6 weeks prior. It's not like Alex Pereira, who defended his belt and then was like, I want to go to heavyweight right the fuck now. Like, or when he won the middleweight belt and then immediately fought for the light heavyweight. Like, he wasn't an active champion. In MMA, active champions are what matters. I mean, in boxing, you'll get stripped of your belt if you don't fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the UFC, unless you're like in some sort of legal trouble, but if you're just injured, the chances of the UFC stripping you from your belt are incredibly fucking thin.
All right, now, if you were Dana White, how would you fix this whole situation?
Just don't make it a title fight. Don't make it a title fight. And they can even have more fun with it. Make it a catchweight fight. Make it to where John Jones doesn't have to weigh in at 225. John Jones can weigh in at 215.
What I think they should do is strip the belt, right? Give the Aspinall, right? And make this a contender match.
Aspinall deserves that fight too much. You can't, like, Aspinall has to fight John Jones. Like, even for Tom Aspinall's legacy at this point, no matter what, even if John Jones wins the fight and then retires and then Aspinall fights one more time to be the undisputed, Tom Aspinall's entire legacy of his career is going to be the fact that he never got to fight John Jones for the belt. He won and defended the interim belt. There's no reason why anybody else has an opportunity to be undisputed except for Tom Aspinall. And if Stipe wins, which he might, if Stipe wins the fight, Stipe is the undisputed champion. And then Tom Aspinall is going to have to fight Stipe. He thinks it's going to happen to 43-year-old Stipe Miocic going up against a super pissed off and hungry 28-year-old Tom Aspinall. Stipe is going to die in that cage.
We are killing these jokers. I think they should just give Aspinall the belt because he deserves it and makes this fight a contenders fight. That's what we're doing in boxing.
You can't give Aspinall the undisputed belt. The undisputed belt has to be won in a fight.
But technically, that's what he's been doing, though, winning.
It doesn't, but they can take the belt from John Jones, no problem, but they can't just make Aspinall the undisputed without a fight. That's just not how the UFC or MMA works.
All right, so
you can't name someone the undisputed champion.
So, but basically, that's what they did with the interim, right?
But that's an interim belt. And he had to fight for it. He had to fight for the interim championship, and then he defended the interim championship.
Or how about this, right? Strip the belt from John Jones, right? Just strip it.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking whoever wins that fight
fights Aspinall for the undisputed.
Fight Aspinall for the undisputed.
I mean, that's basically what's going to happen anyway.
But the only problem with that is, A, what are the chances John Jones even fight in a couple months?
I mean, he's going to fight Stipe. That's going to happen. But he even said in an interview that it's going to be the last one. John Jones has zero intention of fighting Aspinall. And that's why I don't think that this should be a title fight. If John Jones comes out and says that this is my last fight while you have an interim champ because John Jones has been injured, that fight, like, John Jones should be stripped of his belt and this should just be a major super fight event, not for the belt. Because Stipe has no claim to the belt. No claim at all. In Stipe's last title fight, he lost the belt. So why would he have a chance at the belt over the interim champion? And like, I understand like interim championships are kind of it's a goofball thing that the UFC does. Like, that's not really a thing. Like, you're either champion or you're not. But like,
So do you
What happens if Tom Aspinall loses his next fight?
do
He
any of
loses
you
the
guys
interim belt, and then does he lose his shot at the undisputed after holding the interim for 3 years? That's not fair.
do any of you guys think John Jones is ducking Aspinall?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
14 no Bama. How about you, Rob?
For
Do you think John Jones is ducking Aspinall?
I mean,
what?
wouldn't you?
Duck Aspinall?
I think
Or
so.
do
Yeah.
you
You gotta be.
If you're John Jones, you're going to tell me that at this point in your career, with all of the numbers and stats and everything you have in your career, that you are really willing to go up against a 6'5", 250-pound 30-year-old who is an absolute fucking, they're fucking individual.
well, y'all both know me, right? I ain't going out
You've
like
seen Tom Aspinall fight.
yeah, right? But
I ain't fighting.
I ain't going out like no bitch. These motherfuckers calling me the GOAT. I ain't going out. Hey, if I'm the GOAT, 9 times out of 10, I'ma still be the GOAT if I get my ass waxed. I'm gonna fight
Yeah, but
this
we're not.
motherfucker.
But like we're not talking about like he goes in there and he just gets like beat up and he loses. Like him fighting Tom Aspinall is literally life. All like Tom Aspinall is the type of fighter where like Tom Aspinall could not just end John Jones' career. He could seriously fuck John Jones
But
up.
what happens if John Jones beat him? I'm just saying theoretically.
I mean, it can happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. But if you're John Jones, you can't run the risk of all these injuries you've had, everything else. Like Tom Aspinall is not Cyril Gane, right? Like Tom Aspinall is a very, very different type of fighter.
I will
And I don't
say
think John Jones wants to smoke.
I will say he's ducking him for the simple fact of this. I don't think John Jones' heart is into fighting anymore.
That's why he
So
wants the legacy fight and it's going to be over. Because
mhm.
if he beats Stipe, he will no matter what, even if you talk about him ducking Aspinall and all that other like bitch shit mentality, right? Like if he beats Stipe, John Jones will, even though he already is, but 100% without a doubt will be the undisputed best fighter we have ever seen in any MMA organization. He will have literally have beaten every legend that you can name in two different weight classes and held the belt for people have literally been born while John Jones is champion, and they've never seen another champion outside of John Jones.
But can that be skewed though? Because he duck and he wait years and he
No,
manipulate when to
it, do,
fight. So can that
it
be
doesn't matter
skewed?
because at that point in time, nobody will have ever beat him. So you can talk about the what ifs all you want, but John Jones has never been beaten. So why would you take a fight that you like? Tom Aspinall is the closest thing to any fighter you could actually think would beat him outside of Alex Pereira. Like Alex Pereira and Tom Aspinall are the only two fighters that you can look at and actually have a conversation of if they could beat John Jones. Everybody else could be a phenomenal fighter, but you're like, but John Jones would fucking murder him. John Jones would fucking ruin him. Like, like Izzy may be a great fighter. Like Adesanya is a phenomenal fighter. John Jones would walk right through him. It wouldn't even be close. So like Pereira and Aspinall are the only two people you look at that could actually beat you. If I'm John Jones at this point in my career, I can't risk that. I don't want
Now,
to take like the super easy enter guy who's never fought before. I want to fight the legends that still want to fight me. People in the same predicament and age group as I am.
do you think do you think Pereira will ever take a shot at Aspinall?
No,
I,
no.
you don't think so?
Aspinall's too big.
I, man, to be honest, like,
That's a
if
good fight though.
personally,
No, it's a good fight as far as a card goes, but on a like a realistic think about it level, Pereira versus Aspinall is not a good matchup.
any given Saturday, man.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it. I've seen it through like replays. But you, as a USC fan before me, you seen Aspinall lose before.
I mean, he lost because he tore his ACL,
I
and we
mean,
saw we saw Pereira get knocked the fuck out without a torn ACL. Izzy put him in the fucking ground,
can
and
you
yet he
say?
knocked out Sean Strickland, but Sean Strickland was beating the piss out of him.
But can't you say he's a better fighter now?
It's not just about fight. It's not just about ability to fight. It's about size. You got to remember, Tom Aspinall's walking into that fight at 265. Pereira fighting at heavyweight, he'll weigh in at 220, but he's not going to get any bigger than 220. A 30-pound weight difference. And like, you're not talking about Tom Aspinall just being a big guy who weighs a lot, right? Like, you've seen Tom Aspinall. The dude's a fucking action figure. Like that is a different level of like strength, because yeah, Pereira could kickbox him and he could keep him away and use his speed to his advantage and stuff like that. Tom Aspinall is also a wrestler. Tom Aspinall just grabs him and that fight's over, man.
Aspinall is a real life Terminator, I swear.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And like, look at Tom Aspinall's fights. Nobody has made it past the second round with him. And it's not like he's fighting fucking bums either. Like, nobody has made it to the second round. All that dude does is finish.
What's your opinion on that? You think he got a chance?
Who, Pereira?
Yeah.
Man, I honestly think I don't think he'll win, but I think he'll be able to put up a good fight. I think he might be the first to make it out the first round.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Aspinall will be able to go in there and just completely fucking maul him. Like, I mean, Alex Pereira is a savage, you know what I mean? But Pereira's not making it 5 rounds. And he's not going to be powerful enough to starch Aspinall versus Aspinall, who could starch him.
But Pereira Pereira, he may be 30 pounds lighter than he has, but he holds a lot of power though.
Yeah, he holds a lot of power at 205. He'd have to put on 25 pounds of mass.
Fellas, we about to 21 stuff these fellas, man. Holy shit.
Look. Like, Pereira said he 30 pounds lighter than home. He don't gotta put up that much more weight. Put on like a good 10, 15 more pounds. So that way he's still faster. He's still got more stamina. So that way he could really take it to him and still put up a monster fight with him, but be able to last longer than that. We don't know how long that though.
You have to think like natural heavyweight versus built heavyweight. Like, Aspinall is used to fighting at that weight. Pereira would have to take some sort of warm-up fight first and see how fast and everything he actually is with 30 more pounds on. Because he walks around at like 225, 230, but that's not training weight, right? That's just regular walk around weight. So for him fighting at 205 and fighting at 185 before that, for him to weigh in at 225 and like be even a safe weight to actually fight Aspinall, he'd have to show up to fight night at like 235. So to put on 20 pounds to fight a guy who naturally walks around at like 240, 250. I mean, he's 250. He's clocked at 6'5", 251 pounds. So a dude walks around at like 270. So like, Aspinall knows how he feels fighting, having to drop 15, 20 pounds. Pereira, 30 pounds heavier, is going to be a completely different fighter. I mean, he was completely different from 185 to 205. So imagine if he goes up again, he's going to be a super small heavyweight.
Isn't he heavyweight right now though?
No, he's light heavyweight. He's 205.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I think that's one of them joints where I'll bypass the site we got and I'll actually buy that shit. I'll buy that one. I think I'll buy that. I think that's box office.
I've already said the next UFC fight that I buy, no matter who's on the card, is if Conor actually fights, and I won't buy it until fight night. But I will buy the Conor McGregor pay-per-view. Obviously, he's not going to fight Chandler, because Chandler's going to fight Oliveira, so that's not going to happen.
What's the next card? 21-0 Alabama. You love to see it.
That's
Oh, Michigan.
Yeah, Ohio ain't really.
Howard just threw a pick that set us up for this touchdown.
Oh, Will Howard stink.
Yeah, he's not the best.
We'll get to that though. We'll get to that.
I'm not gonna lie, Kyle McCord low-key might have been better than Will Howard.
Telling you.
He over there going
now
crazy.
we'll get to that. Let's cover this UFC, John.
The next pay-per-view is actually UFC 307, Alex Pereira versus Roundtree.
Okay. So that's this month coming up?
Yeah, that is on October 5th, so next Saturday.
And then after that, we got John Jones after that.
This 307 card is actually kind of weird because a lot of the people who fought on 300 are fighting on this card. Like Juliana Pena's fighting, Jose Aldo's fighting, Kayla Harrison's fighting, Kevin Holland's fighting.
Kevin Holland been fighting a lot. Golly.
Oh yeah, I mean, he knows that he has no like, he's one of those guys like he has no like title potential or like he's not gonna be up there fighting the top guys, but he doesn't take a lot of damage in his fight, so he'll fight every fucking 3-4 months. He's fought like 4 times in the last year.
He fought. This is gonna be his third fight this year.
Actually, he fought Venom Page in the beginning of the year. And like he's only 31, so like if he doesn't get injured.
Then he had another one in June, I believe. I think he fought in June.
Oh, he's fought twice this year.
Yeah.
He fought 3 times last year and twice this year. Since April 8th, 2023, he's had 5 fights.
He gone.
And he fought at 287 with Pereira Adesanya 2, 291 with Poirier Gaethje 2. Then he fought at the the Noche UFC last year, which was the Grasso Shevchenko fight. Then he fought Venom Page at O'Malley Vera 2 at UFC 299. And then he just fought at UFC 302 in June.
And he fought clap.
So he's been on some pretty decent cards too. It's not like he's getting on the weak ones. He's getting put on the pretty good ones. I mean, a Poirier fight, a Gaethje fight, Pereira Adesanya, and it's like they're all title fights too.
I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Travis Etienne brothers suck.
No, you know who sucks, bro? And I've been watching film on him. Emmett Smith's son.
Yeah, Emmett Smith's son. Garbage too.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna be good, but what?
You breaking up, cuz?
Yeah, your shit's all busted up, bro.
Antonio Gates Jr. is not coming like Antonio Gates Sr.
But he's a redshirt freshman.
Gates Jr. is nothing like Antonio Gates.
But he's a redshirt freshman. He got time. Emmett Smith Jr. is a senior. He's cooked. EJ is cooked. Yeah, man. I got a question for y'all. What the fuck happened to Anthony Joshua, man?
Yeah.
He got busted up.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, that shit's like how? Like that's a fight you should have fucking won. Like
he got fucking destroyed, man. It's like I don't know what's up with him. It's like he get his ass beat, and then for the next 3 to 4 fights, he's looking like fucking Rocky 4, and then that next fight, he's trash again. Then he look like Rocky 4 again. Like, I don't understand with him. Like, it's so weird. Like, his dynamic is so weird. Like, it's like he was so, I don't know if he was unprepared or he was just shell-shocked by that man's power, by Dubois' power, but.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was. I did not think that homie was hitting that hard. Like, he was fucking bombing him.
Yeah, he was bombing him with straight stones. That man got punched so hard he didn't get back up. He was legit sleeping for a minute. Like, I'm glad I didn't fucking take my time to watch a 10 a.m. fight for that bullshit. I would have been pissed the fuck off. Like, I only watched the highlights. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Do y'all think he's done?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had too many. I think he had too many chances. I think he's done too, man. That's crazy. Canelo, man. This is the first time we saw Canelo look like Canelo in a long fucking time.
Oh yeah, dude. He looked fucking crisp. Like fucking crisp.
I haven't seen Canelo with that much power. I can't tell you. Probably against Triple G, probably. And even then, he didn't have that much power. I don't want to see the Terrence Crawford fight no more. They talking about that's the next fight. I don't want that.
No, I don't want to see that either.
If that's the Canelo we're gonna get, and we saw how much Bud Crawford struggled in his first 155, I don't want that. I'm sorry, Bud. I love you, but I don't want you're not fucking with Canelo.
No.
Mm-mm.
Bud he gotta get a couple more fights in that 155.
It don't matter how many, he can get 6 more fights in. He not, he ain't fucking with Canelo. Canelo got a point to prove. People are saying he's old, he washed up, he don't got the power, he's a cheater, he's all this shit. Nah. And it's not like Berlanga is some slouch. Berlanga, he's nasty in the ring.
But like, shouldn't have, like, yeah, like he's no bum, but it should not have been that severe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it should not have been that severe.
Like
That was like Canelo was almost like borderline fucking respectful, man. Like it was like watching him fucking 8 years ago.
by the 8th round, that shit got boring.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, look at that, Canelo just rolled out and started beating the shit out of him again.
Counter
Like, oh
punch
look, he took another fucking punch. Oh, he's stepping forward. Oh nope, Canelo's just beating the fucking brakes off him. It's crazy, dude.
By the 8th round, man, I rarely fall asleep during events, but during that one, I fell asleep because Canelo was just whooping his ass, just mopping him up and left and right on that in that boxing ring. And hey man, shout out to Canelo, man. Yeah. Now, do you want to see the Benavidez fight? 'Cause I damn sure do.
No, I still don't want to see that
Why not?
because I don't. That's not that's not the same. You know what I mean? Like that's not Benavidez doesn't fall for that shit. Like I don't. I still feel like Canelo gets busted up in that fight.
You think David beating Canelo?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on the fence from that shit. I'm so 50-50. Like, my heart wants to say Canelo, but David is a bad motherfucker, man. David is a bad motherfucker, man. I still just want to see it just for legacy fight. Just for the simple fact that if Canelo wins, he's the ultimate GOAT. But Benavidez beat him, then it's like, alright, we might be looking at the new young GOAT. I just want to see it for legacy purposes. That's all. And that shit'll be box office.
Yeah, but
Nah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the legacy factor though. Cause like, I don't really want to see either one of them dudes get fucked up. And I have a feeling that like, if they fight, they, like, they gonna get fucked up. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be a brutal one for sure.
yeah. And like I said, I don't want to see either one of them get fucking totally thrashed. And I don't know for sure which one would, but one of them's going to get thrashed in that fight. No,
I think it will go 12 though.
I don't think so. I don't think they would want it to go 12.
If
They're gonna try to get in and out of there as soon as fucking possible.
if those two fought, what round do you think that shit would end up? I think it go 12.
I'm gonna say 8. I'm gonna say 8.
That's not bad. How about you, Rob?
You still talking about Canelo and Bud?
Nah, I'm talking about Canelo Benavidez.
Oh, Benavidez. I'll give it 8 to 10.
Who winning?
I'll take Canelo.
Okay. I think it's gonna go 12. I tell you, if it goes 12, you already know who's winning. Canelo winning. You gotta beat the man in order to beat the man. So if it did go 12, it'll be Canelo. But I get what y'all saying though, because Benavidez genuinely hates Canelo. Like, he genuinely hates that man. I think he'll try to go out there and hurt him for real.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But the problem with that is Canelo's fight style means if he comes out there guns blazing, Canelo might just fuck him up.
And the thing is this, Canelo's chin is ridiculous. Like, Benavidez will have to hit Canelo with some shit that he never, ever, ever, ever seen before Cause Canelo's chin is ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that being said, I got a question for you guys. Breaking news yesterday: the Knicks and the T-Wolves came together and made a trade together. Carl Anthony Towns is going to the Knicks for Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle. Who you think won the trade?
Me personally, I think it's an even trade, but I think it benefits Minnesota way. I can't even say it benefits Minnesota more. I think it benefits both teams evenly. I think it benefits Minnesota because they got an extra player involved. Because to be honest, Minnesota needed to do something with them little twin towers they were trying to do over there. You can't play Cat and Rudy Gobert at the same time on that court. And now you're just wasting space and minutes and cap space and roster room with them. Send them to the Knicks.
My thing is why trade Cat, right? Because who's going to be their second option now? Gobert is trash. One of the most overrated big men ever.
Think about it. What are you gonna get for Gobert? Like you just said, your best bet Gobert. Keep doing his thing on the interior. Just keep trying to rack up the
But
boards. He just got Dante DiVincenzo over there.
but
So now
begin though, Cat is good for 22, 24 points a game. What the hell Julius Randle's gonna do?
Julius Randle, he'll probably do like he could give you the same.
No.
He'll give you a good 24 games.
I don't know, man. How about before I give my opinion? How about you, Kyle? Who you think won the trade?
I think the Timberwolves won the trade, but the Knicks are like they're obviously the better team now. Like they got significantly better. But I think overall team building wise, the
Milrow is different. 28 mil.
the Timberwolves going to be all right. Like I understand what KAT brings to the game, but Timberwolves going to be all right. They're going to make it work. 17-7 Ohio State. Man, y'all suck, bruh. Y'all trash.
28 mil.
They ain't called a face mask. Why they ain't called a face mask?
Yeah, I don't understand how Bama's rolling on Georgia like that. That's crazy.
Second quarter too.
Bro, I called it earlier at work. I was telling the dudes that I'm like, wow, Bama about
Now,
to break loser.
I mean, I will say like Georgia almost lost it last week. So like y'all just lost the tape.
Yeah, they all almost lost to Kentucky. But I think it's a fair
Kentucky got the
trade.
redemption this week.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I think it's a fair trade, but I do think the Knicks won it clearly because they just lost their big man. Mitchell Robinson can just grab rebounds and not try to score. Cat is a little sus on defense, but so was Julius Randle. Cat is a better 3-point shooter than Randle, and he's better in the paint than Randle.
Don't agree with that. That last part, I don't agree with. As a
I think
scorer,
he's better in the paint. It's just you probably don't believe that because Cat not and like for example, right? When Thibodeau was his coach, he was mainly a post player. He was nasty. Thibodeau was his coach again.
oh no,
I don't think he's gonna be shooting as many threes.
damn, that's a fumble galore out here. Turnover.
Yeah, ain't nobody holding on to the fucking ball.
You know, I don't think Cat gonna be shooting as many threes. Can the Knicks compete with Boston? Maybe not. Maybe not.
I mean, they have a better shot now.
I see them.
Still don't think it's enough.
I see them as being the fourth best team, even with Cat in the East.
I mean, they could probably force a game 6 now, but I don't think they're.
They gotta try to beat Milwaukee or Philadelphia first, and I don't know if
Well,
they can.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's got to be their focus. They can't focus on beating Boston because like they don't have to. Like they're gonna have to play some solid teams to even get to Boston.
Not even just Milwaukee and Philly. You got to think about the motherfucking Pacers. You got to think about Miami.
I think
Did you see Jimmy Butler's new photo?
Nah, I think they could beat those teams. I think they could beat those. I think they could beat the Pacers. And then you got to think about it. You still got to think about Orlando. Orlando not no slouch neither.
Yeah.
I don't know if you. I think the Knicks are better than Orlando, though.
I don't know about Cleveland. Now, if Cleveland get their act together, they're a problem.
Yeah, but
Is
when can they ever
Donovan,
do that?
Donovan Mitchell act like he wants to play basketball, and then Darius Garland stop acting like a bum,
It's not even
he'll be
Donovan
alright.
Mitchell, bro. It's Darius Garland, it's Evan Mobley, all them role players, bro. They all suck. They don't even suck, bro. They don't even play they just don't play their part,
Which is
bro.
crazy because Garland was an all-star.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Evan Mobley, super tough.
Yeah. I just don't know. I just don't think they could play together. That's what it is. It's all about play style.
Coaching.
Um, I think it's an even trade, but I don't think that trade will help Minnesota beat Denver.
Nah. I think
No,
Minnesota,
no.
honestly, I think Minnesota just really got better on defense and stayed the same on offense. Because what they did do was add another spot up shooter, which they needed, in Dante DiVincenzo, because Ben
Yeah.
Edwards is brick central when it comes to shooting the ball. They don't really got no other scorer outside of Ant Edwards. And now Julius Randle. Just come over there, give you.
Dawson is a solid shooter. I'll give you that. And he plays great defense. So he's probably going to guard their best player now.
Julius Randle is a better defender than Cat. I think
Well, they are about subpar
Julius Randle could guard more positions than Cat can.
for sure. But is he willing to do it? It's not the ability to, it's if you want to though.
Yeah, think about it. Do you think it's easier to get to the finals in the West or the East right now?
It's easier in the East.
What you mean?
Bro, what? Yo, the West got way more good. I'll put it to you like this, right? If they did what the WNBA did, which I do want to talk about briefly, if they did what the WNBA did and just merged all the teams together, it's going to be more Western Conference teams still than Eastern Conference teams.
What Western team? All right, I'll give you Denver. I'll give you
Denver, Sacramento. Sacramento just got DeMar.
Sacramento. Gonna be all right.
Um, who else is over there? You can't forget about the Phoenix Suns regardless of how you feel about them. You can't just, you got Dallas. Dallas is fire.
I'll give you Denver, Dallas, and Sacramento.
You can't
Phoenix.
get me, you can't get me Phoenix?
Yeah, they ain't showed me anything. Bro, you want me to give you a team that get booted out the playoffs in the first round?
The Suns will beat the Pacers. The Suns will beat the Magic. The Suns will beat the Heat. The Suns will beat, you feel me? You feel me?
Only,
The Suns will beat Cleveland.
I'll give you Cleveland and Miami. That's about it. On the East, the Knicks is scraping them. Philly scraping them. And they just got Paul George scraping them.
But Paul George is going to be the reason why they flop, and we all know that. But
Well, that's gonna be Joel Embiid getting hurt again. We all know that.
but yeah, man. Let's talk about this boy Shohei Ohtani real quick, man. That motherfucker is different. First, isn't he the first player with 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases?
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird one though, because he's the first one. Like they market it as he's the first one to do it, which he kind of is. He's the first one to do it from the pure DH spot. Like he's the first player to do 50 and 50, yes, but they had to throw in from the DH spot because like all he does is bat.
He really came back and won. That's crazy. But that's crazy. If you compare him to Barry Bonds, this would be equivalent to Barry Bonds' 11th best season ever. That's amazing. Hey, put
Yeah, but
Barry Bonds.
Very
you
Bonds.
can't really The problem with baseball, and it's kind of the same problem with football, even though the football argument's more extreme, it is very hard to compare like players from a different era, right? Like the game is different, the equipment is different, everything's different. Cause like I don't know if Barry Bonds does. Yeah, is that someone's smoke detector going off?
Yeah.
Not a battery mess though. It's good little beep shit. My bad. But it's
That
not.
is that is the most stereotypical thing I've experienced in a while. TikTok has me going crazy on that.
Fuck you. Hey,
But like I don't know if Barry Bonds comes into the league today and does what he did back then. Like
what?
pitchers back then were totally different. I think a guy like Paul Skeens goes up against Barry Sanders and Skeens go strike him out on
You
three.
you're gonna hate my stance, and maybe this is coming from a better. The pitching in today's game is trash, straight trash,
What?
straight trash. And I know
No
Robbie can
way.
attest to this. Yo, the pitchers in today's games is trash. You know how many
No,
times they done blown games? Like no trash,
no, you
trash.
can't say that the bat like the hitters are better. Like you gotta remember back in the day, you had two guys on your team that could hit maybe 250. Everybody else was hitting like a 160, 170. Like
Barry Bonds is
batters
one of
have
the
gotten
most
better,
advanced hitters anybody ever saw. I
but he
think
didn't pitch against some of the best pitchers we've ever seen.
I don't know, man.
Oh,
The pitch,
I don't,
I don't know, man. The pitchers, in my opinion, by the games I watched this season, they're from a novice standpoint, they're trash.
Well,
The
the
hitters
thing
are better than the pitchers.
the thing with pitchers in today's league is that you have very few elite pitchers, like very, very good pitchers. And then the distance between your elite pitchers and everybody else is massive. Like it's a huge gap between like a decent pitcher and an ace. Like an ace pitcher is very, very hard to find. We just use that word a lot for like the number one guy.
Like for example, right? For example, right? Ranger Suarez is considered the Phillies' best pitcher, right? And he just got smoked up the other day by a bum ass Nationals team. Like
I mean, it happens.
Garrett Cole gets smoked up. Mr. Hawk 2 will be getting smoked up. Freaking homeboy who was with the Rangers now, who used to be on the Mets, the Grom, be getting
All right.
smoked up.
So let me put it to you this way. Who's one of the greatest pitchers of all time from back in the day?
Roger Clemens.
I was thinking a little bit further back and better.
You talking about
He's literally considered like one of the greatest
yeah,
pitchers
I
of all
can't
time.
think of his name. Oh, I can't think of his
He
name.
played forever. Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, Nolan Ryan, right?
Okay. Nolan Ryan versus Barry Bonds and Barry Bonds' career. Barry Bonds went up against Nolan Ryan 18 times in his professional baseball career. Barry Bonds is 4-14, 4 hits, 14 outs against Nolan Ryan. Now, Nolan Ryan at the time was one of the greatest of all time, but they've already proven through using the science that Nolan Ryan's pitching in today's game, he would have given up a lot more hits and a lot more home runs. So if Barry Bonds goes 4 for 14 against Nolan Ryan, what's he going to do against like a prime Verlander?
Smoking them, man. I'm convinced,
Verlander going
bro.
to dust him.
I'm convinced, man. Listen, and I know you are anti-bet, and that's why I try my best to stay away from betting these days because it's not worth it. But when I was knee deep in that, I put it to a perspective like this, and I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me. I'm just proving a point, and I know for a fact where I need to feel for me. I probably lost $400 like as a whole, just $5 here, maybe $10 here. This season alone, off of ninth inning losses, these dudes will be up 2 runs, 3 runs, 4 runs, and managed to lose with 2 outs left. Come on, man.
But that's the game, man. That's the game.
Like, these dudes is getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars to do a job, to close a game, and they can't close the game?
bro. Tanner Hawk first game back playing the Diamondback. Home good for pitching 3-4 innings. 4-0. Lose 6-4.
Yeah. It happens though. That's the game. That's the game.
I don't know.
You got to remember, like pitching isn't just going up there on the mound and throwing the baseball and hoping they don't get you. Like there's a lot of like, not
Damn.
math, but like there's a lot of stuff that goes into pitching, especially in today's league. And it's just like football. Like if more pitchers and managers took the analytics out of it and well, statistically, 3 out of 5 people swing on a curveball on the outside if it's under 80 miles an hour, like take all that special extra gen stat shit out of the game and let pitchers actually decide what to throw and where to throw it, the game would be much better.
I got a question for you, right? If
If pitchers called their own pitches, they'd get more credit.
if the batters was so much better this year, right? Why are some of the best quote unquote hitters in the league this year are batting under 250?
Because pitching. That's why now, like, if you have a 300 hitter on your team, you're probably a winning team, and that guy's in like he's in the MVP running.
So now,
Like think about how hard baseball is. If you hit the ball 3 out of 10 times, you're considered a great player. 3 out of 10. If you're in the NFL and you complete 3 out of 10 passes, you're a fucking bum.
why
If you run 3 times for 10 yards, you're a fucking bum. In baseball, you get 3 on bases in 10 attempts and you're elite.
why is these dudes getting burnt by mid players then? Why is these elite pitchers is getting they're acing up the Bryce Harpers and all these people, but getting smoked up by Nick Castellanos? Why?
Because you're going to pitch to Nick Castellanos different than you're going to pitch to Aaron Judge. And the thing about baseball is all you got to do is hit it once. You get lucky.
Who's the best player in baseball right now?
Shohei.
Even if he don't play defense.
Yeah, no. Shohei is the best baseball player out there, even without him playing a position or pitching. But just the ability to go out there and play baseball, it's Shohei, Mookie Betts, and probably what's his face on the Phillies, Trey Turner.
You think Trey Turner is better than Aaron Judge?
As a pure ability to play the entire game of baseball, yes. As a hitter, absolutely not. Aaron Judge is the best hitter in baseball. But
So where
as
would
a
you
pure
put Juan
baseball
Soto? Where would you put
as a
Juan
pure
Soto?
baseball player, probably 20 to 30.
Whoa.
Again, we're talking about the ability to play the entire game of baseball. Play your defense, solid at bats, make plays, stuff like as the pure ability to play the entire game of baseball.
So where
Aaron
would you
Judge
put
and Juan Soto are lower.
where would you put Ronald Acuna? A healthy Ronald Acuna.
He's top 10.
Okay. I could mess. Well, how about Fernando Tatis?
Top 15.
I could deal with that. So if the MLB had this one solo MVP, not no NL, AO shit, Shohei will win it. Even though Judge hit 1,000,000 home runs.
No, you can't be the most valuable player in baseball when you only hit.
But I don't know. He's the reason why they've won a lot of games through the bad pitching and hitting walk-off home runs in the ninth.
Yeah, but even with Judge, I mean, look at Judge defensively. He's hit 1,000,000 home runs. He's also robbed a couple. He's also thrown a few people out from the outfield. So he's contributed to more than just scoring runs. He's stopped runs. He's slowed down innings. He's done other stuff besides just score runs. Shohei is the only thing he has done to contribute to his team is score runs and get on base so other people can score runs. That's it. He hasn't thrown anybody out. He hasn't tagged anybody out. He hasn't made a miraculous catch. He hasn't thrown a strikeout in the bottom of the ninth. He hasn't done anything besides get on base, score runs. That's not enough to be the MVP for me.
How you feel about Dave Roberts talking about there's a possibility he could pitch in the postseason?
I could see it. I could see a scenario where it happens. I don't know if it's a great idea, but it could happen. The problem is if he goes out there and he does it, like if he goes out there and he does well, then you're just like, oh, fuck, like we're in trouble, right? But if he goes out there and he doesn't do well, or heaven forbid, he hurts his elbow or something, and then he's not able to come out and bat, then you kind of handcuff yourself. Like he goes out there and gives up 2 home runs in an inning, and then he can't play the rest of the series, you're in trouble.
Georgia. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're doing right now. I do not like that shit.
oh.
Ohio State got the backup quarterback throwing touchdown passes.
Damn, it's a
That's what happens when it's 24/7. It's 24/7.
Oh, maybe the spread was right. I hope you didn't take it. Hope you didn't take the spread. Damn, I thought it was gonna be a better game than that.
Nah, they knew they had their shit on lock.
So gun to y'all guys' head. Who y'all guys going to the World Series?
Oh, it's gonna be the Yankees and Dodgers. Ain't nobody stopping either one of those teams.
Yankees is so inconsistent though.
They can just score so many runs.
Yeah.
And like the Yankees have it going for them that like in a small series, in like a 3 or 4 game series, the Yankees statistically this season against like your 1, 2, 3 rotation guys, your top pitchers on your team, they've done well. It's bullpens that they've struggled against, but they have busted starters up all season long.
Penn State sucks too, man. But Illinois is a very good ball team though. But quick thing before we get to what we all know and love is football. Real quick. How y'all feel about this bullshit? Alyssa Thomas and old girl from Chicago, I don't feel like saying her name. How y'all feel about these players calling Caitlin Clark racist?
Dude, the hate that Caitlin Clark gets is ridiculous. Like, it's fucking insane, dude. Like, these people, like, hate her. Like, not like you, like, oh, I just don't like them. Like, they're this, that. Like people dislike LeBron James.
Right.
People hate Caitlin Clark.
Right. Have you ever seen somebody get hated on like this fucking much?
Not when they carry, like, not when they carry themselves the way that Caitlin Clark does. Cause like, Caitlin, people will straight assault her, punch her in the face, fucking do dirty shit to her. And then after the game, they'll be like, oh, well, this happened. And she's like, nah, that was clean. I just tricked. Like, she doesn't throw anybody under the bus. She doesn't talk no shit. She doesn't do anything about it. She just goes out there and fucking balls out. So, like, to hate on somebody that does that kind of shit and then be like, oh, Angel Reese is actually the best and she's this, she's that. Like, Angel Reese ain't shit, bro.
They're trying to psychologically run her out the game. But what they don't understand is if you run Caitlin Clark away from the WNBA, nobody's watching that shit. She's the moneymaker right now.
Yep.
She is the moneymaker, right? Her and Asia Wilson are the moneymakers right now.
It's funny, I saw something on Facebook where they were like, oh, like, everyone says that Caitlin Clark's brought all these viewers to the WNBA, but it's really Angel Reese and all this other shit.
No.
And they put the statistic up of people that have watched Chicago Sky games. Only one of those games was like considered a massive watch, like in the top tier. And you know what games those were?
It was either Aces or Indiana Fever.
Exactly. So like your most viewed game is against Caitlin Clark, so you can't use that. And then Caitlin Clark's got more views than you in every other game.
What's your opinion on it, Ron? How you feel about this Caitlin Clark hate?
They going overboard with that shit, man. Like, just let the girl play ball, let her bust these girls' ass, man. That's how I feel about that.
For Angel Reese to say she's been bullied when she's the one bullying people is ridiculous to me, man. And that's why I can't be pro Angel Reese. She is a gaslighter. Like, she is trying to play victim when all that shit she was doing in college, when Caitlin Clark started doing it back, oh, now she racist. How? She just giving back the energy. And I don't like playing the race card. They can get off the shit. I don't like playing the race card, but they don't like that there's a white girl talking shit and busting their ass. They can't take it.
Oh, God.
Like, yeah, you got some nice white girl, Brianna Stewart, but they don't talk shit. They just go in there, bless your ass, and go home. Caitlin Clark putting threes to her head, saying, yo, you suck. Like, he talking some shit.
Bro, even Cameron Brink, if she don't go ahead, she done had a solid season, bro. Cameron Brink is tough, bro.
Did not Caitlin bring it tough too, but I hope she comes back next season. I just don't, hey, they're good. I'm gonna tell you this. WNBA is going to be worth millions of dollars soon because of Caitlin Clark. Just because of the fan value she brings to the game. Am I saying she's the best player in the league? Fuck no. But if she's the money, she's like the Conor McGregor of WNBA. She's the money maker.
Bro, when she came and they played the Sun the other day, you know how many people I know went to that game or even wanted to go to that game, and it wasn't because it was the Sun and we're playing in Connecticut. It's because they wanted to see Caitlin Clark. Obviously, she lost, but still, they wanted to see Caitlin Clark. They didn't care that it was the women's fucking WNBA team that's going for the fucking finals. They wanted to see Caitlin Clark.
And then they clown her because she got swept by the Connecticut Sun.
Yeah.
The Fever was projected to be one of the worst teams in the league coming into the season.
Literally.
And she carried them to the playoffs.
And like, didn't they start like
Didn't
they start like 0-3 or something too? Like they started off bad.
They started off horrible. She had more turnovers than points starting off.
And she had a lot of points.
Bro, they had like 6 more losses than wins at one point, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was right after the Olympics, right? They came back from the Olympics and just went on fire.
She's the first rookie to have multiple 30-point games. Put respect on it. And when she's dropping 30 points, she's getting triple doubles. It's not like it's 30, 5 and 5. She's getting 30, 12 and 10. Put some respect on that girl's name, man. When it comes to that shit, fuck the color, man. Don't get me wrong. Angel Reese, she's impressive with her little 10 points, 20 rebounds. I'll give her that.
But I don't give her credit for rebounds because they're her own rebounds.
No. So you gotta give her credit because if you take away all her offensive rebounds, she still lead the NBA and the WNBA in rebounding. So
but what I'm saying is, like you said, like she'll get 10 points, 14 rebounds. If she actually could shoot, she'd have 20 points and 4 rebounds.
My thing is Asia Wilson out there giving you 35 and 18 rebounds. Why can't she give me half of that?
But this is what I'm saying. Angel Reese has more defensive rebounds than anybody else in the WNBA has rebounds in total. So her,
You seen it, bro. They feed her shit, bro.
Going for 4th and 1, 28-7 is ridiculous. I fuck with it though.
Ole Miss really just lost it.
Yeah, we about to transform right into college football right now. I'm about to read some scores off. Before that,
Yo, how is Carson Beck? He's 2 for 7, 19 yards. Your defense has that team fucking locked the fuck. They ain't doing shit.
Rattled.
Damn, dude.
They're trying to run the ball, can't do that. They're rattled. Carson
Milroe, 12 for 13, 156 a touchdown, 9 carries, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns.
He got one. He single-handedly beating these dudes. All right, let's beat some of these scores, man.
They're 0 for 4 on fucking on 3rd down. God damn.
While I get this going, what's your top 5 teams right now? Week, what is it? 5? Week 4? Yeah, week 5. Week 5, who's your top 5 in college football right now?
Which one do y'all want to go first?
I'll go first. Right now, I'm going off current day. So if we put up more than 50 points on Georgia, who's the number 1 recruit team, I'm gonna go Alabama 1. I'm gonna go 2 Ohio State. I'm gonna go 3 Texas because I don't believe in Archie Manning, and I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna go Miami. 5. I'm gonna go Tennessee. That'll be my top 5.
I like that. I got Texas still at number 1 though, because I don't believe in Archie like that either. But the rest of that team is so damn good.
Yeah.
Texas at 1, the Ohio State at 2, because Georgia getting dog walked right now. Tennessee at 3, Alabama staying at 4, and then Miami at 5.
And he just threw another pick. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, baby.
All right, maybe Bama at 3.
I know you don't like us, but you got to give us a little bit of credit, man.
No, I mean, I'll give y'all more credit than I ever have now because you don't have Saban. So, like, if you guys could go out there and still do your fucking thing without Nick Saban, it'd be like the Patriots going and winning without Brady. Like, that's the difference, right? Like, is it Saban or is it the organization? But
Fair enough.
y'all have to, it's got to be next year, not this year, because you guys are in like a Kevin Ali type of thing. Like, you don't have Saban, but that's Saban's team.
This is not Saban's team. Majority of them transferred out.
Yeah, I'm saying that system wise, like,
You got half our damn players. What we talking about?
well, we got your best player. That's for sure.
Yeah, I got the best player in the country, basically. Well, not no
Yeah.
more, but last year he was the best defensive player. I don't know how he's been playing because I ain't watching Ohio State like that. But yeah. How about you, Rodney?
He been balling. He been balling up. See, my top 5, I don't know, man. I'll probably go 1 and 2. I'm probably gonna put Bama or Ohio State. Probably Ohio State, then Bama. Nah,
You got
I'll
to do it,
take
bro.
Bama.
You got to do it. What?
I'll take Bama.
At 1
Yes, sir.
over Texas and Ohio State.
Cause to be honest, bro,
Bro, you got to think
I'm not
about
gonna lie, I agree with the Texas thing. I don't think Texas is all that. I'm putting Texas at number 3 solid though, man.
That's crazy.
But you gotta think about it. Y'all beating us 24-7 and a half. What's that score over there?
It's about to be
What's that score over there?
we in the red zone. It's 28-7 with 2 minutes left to go in the second. And we at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, half. Yeah, they about to be up 35-7. They violating they the number 2 seed.
Yeah, they number 2 playing.
Michigan State not even ranked.
Yeah, but like again, you watching the game, bro. Ohio State ain't even. It's the same thing with last week. They ain't even like going full bore.
They don't play hard enough. They can't be the number 1 team. They don't play hard enough.
No, they just don't. They just don't play hard against bad teams.
Well,
Michigan State not that bad.
They not ranked. They ain't a threat.
That's because they were so low on the ranks.
Michigan State is like, they're not the worst, but they're far from the.
Like Michigan State will beat Connecticut.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If Michigan State would have won last week, if we were undefeated, we'd probably been like ranked 25th right now, 24th.
Still not a threat. Like you're not beating a top 5 school.
So you said you got Bama, Ohio State, and Texas.
I got Bama, Ohio State, Texas, then
Tennessee gotta be in there somewhere.
Yeah, like
Tennessee has to.
they nasty right now, bro.
no, I'm going Tennessee to Miami.
No, Miami killed that for me last night. We can talk, but Miami killed that. I get it. You gotta win ugly ones, but the way they won, I don't know. I don't know. That got an asterisk to it. I don't know. But
That's the same thing with Georgia being number 2 this week because of how they barely fucking beat Kentucky.
Yeah.
They should have been like 3 or 4 after that game.
I think Miami better than Georgia, so I gotta put Miami at number.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
That's almost like saying DJ is the best QB in the nation. I don't know.
Miami letting Bama do what they doing right now to Georgia.
Now, do y'all think that last play last night was a catch? To me, that's probably game of the year for me. That game was.
That was definitely a catch.
My thing is whatever what a play like that is. If you call it a catch, you need to keep it a catch. If you say incomplete, keep it incomplete. But if you can't say something is a catch, and then once Vegas calls, be like, oh, it's an incomplete.
I think they originally ruled it a catch, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think if it goes by the NFL statute of like not enough to overturn it, that should have stayed a catch.
Mhm.
Just like nobody had full possession of it and the ball never touched the ground. So once full possession of the ball happens, that's when it becomes a catch. And like that was a catch. They won that game.
Oh, this motherfucker just threw a pick. Okay, we up 28-7. I don't know. I think it's a bang bang plan. It could be cool either way. I just think initial call, it just gotta be what it is, man. Who's your Heisman winner finalist right now? First quarter of the year.
Oof.
I'm going Cam Ward, Shador, Genty from Boise State, and you gotta throw that young boy from Colorado. You gotta Travis Hunter. You gotta put him in there. Today he got a pick and a touchdown. Like he gotta be in there.
With the way that the award usually goes, I got to go with Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Like what he's doing is fucking just insanely phenomenal.
But if Railroad theoretically goes for 200 passing and a $150 rushing tonight, you could book him in the conversation because damn, he balls tonight.
I think he's still in the conversation. I'm just saying, I think right now, if it comes down to Ward or Milrow, like,
even though he had 3 turnovers last night, right now Cam Ward is just doing.
He had 3 turnovers and 5 total touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. He's on a different level. Fucking,
he made a lot of mistakes in that place, but he turned right back up.
Bro, I'm telling you, he's gonna be the first quarterback to throw himself a touchdown. Like this, he's so innovative when shit hits the fan. Bro, just gonna start throwing it up and running and catching it.
That pass he made to get to the last the leading touchdown was ridiculous. He was fucking swallowed in the backfield. He just pitched it to the tight end.
Yep.
That's just.
And like if Patrick Mahomes did that, it would be on the front page.
My only gripe about Miami, and it's a small one, is that they got a fucking 30-year-old tight end who's been in college for 10,000 years, and I don't appreciate that.
Well, they got Van Wilder out there.
That's all crazy.
Bro just been hanging out around a bunch of fucking young kids for no reason. Somebody needs to check on home. Carson
Beck looking like fucking Daniel Jones before Thursday night.
All right, we ready to get into the NFL?
Yeah. I just wanna say real quick, Ole Miss bad loss. USC good comeback win. Oklahoma got walked on by Auburn. This year's been a lot of fucking upsets, and technically this is an upset right here. But yeah, college football is crazy. That's all I just wanted to say about that.
And shout out UConn and Rutgers, big W's today.
Yeah, and shout out to the Rutgers Wolverines. They both wanted it. Fuck that. Uncle Durant, I swear he a Michigan fan. Oh wait, he got a safety. Oh shit. All right, let's get into the NFL.
Georgia fan, though.
What's your power ranking teams? What's your top 5 NFL teams? Then we could run into Thursday night game, but then we could talk about the matchups tomorrow. I'll go first again. The number one team, I got Buffalo. Second team, I forgot who I said Buffalo. I got Buffalo. This is no particular order. I got Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Washington, Minnesota, and
come on, spit it out.
I genuinely forgot my ranking. The Chiefs is not in that motherfucker. Hell to the motherfucking no. Who the fuck did I have in that motherfucker? I know they're not in there, but I'ma just for the sake of conversation.
It's an AFC team.
It was the AFC team. I can't talk right now. I'm sorry. It's not in the North. I already said.
No, it wasn't the North.
It's not the South. I think all those teams trash right now.
It was in the North.
It was in the North?
Yep.
Oh,
Hell no. Cause Cincy's
Yeah.
trash, Baltimore's trash.
He said Pittsburgh.
You said Baltimore. You had Baltimore in there. Baltimore was your five.
Hell no.
Yes, it was because Derrick Henry started warming up. And you said that's super dangerous if he starts
No,
running
cause
like he
that,
used
no,
to.
cause at number 5, I had Washington. I had Washington at 5. No,
Yeah, you had Buffalo, Washington,
I had Buffalo,
Minnesota,
Pittsburgh, Washington, Minnesota, and I
Pittsburgh.
think,
Was it Seattle?
what is it? Yeah, I think it was, yeah, Seattle. Yeah, Seattle was my 5th. I will not put Baltimore in there. They cheat. We just lost. We lost that game. But yeah, that'll be my top 5. How about you guys?
I got Minnesota at 1 because pure expectation. There were a lot of people that said that Minnesota might not even win a game. And Sam Darnold come out there looking like he's the fucking GOAT. Minnesota at 1, Buffalo at 2. They're scary, man. And James Cook is like the best. He's the best running back in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Buffalo at 2. I got Seattle at 3. Because again, it's another team that we didn't think was going to click very well together, and they just find ways to win. Number 4, I have the fuck. God damn it. No, I forgot.
Yeah,
Number 4, I have Washington also. Jaden Daniels looks really fucking good, and I'm actually kind of scared of that team.
it's phenomenal.
And then number 5, this is going to be a hot take. You're not going to like this, Isaiah. I have the Chargers. They look good.
They look.
I know they lost, but
They just got smacked up.
their offense, like their offensive line is significantly better. J.K. Dobbins is just running all over people, which we didn't expect. And without any like major wide receivers, the ball's been getting moved around plenty. That team is low key good.
How about you, Rob?
My top 5. I had, what was it? I had Buffalo number 1. I had Minnesota number 2. Number 3.
Go ahead, say the Dallas Cowboys. You know you want to say it.
Number 3, I had Pittsburgh. I think, number 4, I'll put,
I feel like Washington has to be up there.
yeah, I'll put Seattle up there at number 4 though. Especially when Kenneth Walker come back and he healthy, that team is going to be a problem.
I think we can all agree that Washington's the best team in the NFC East right now.
Absolutely. Like head over heels.
Yeah, like it's probably not even close.
Jalen Hurts don't even have nobody to throw to anymore at the moment. Giants is just the
At least
Giants.
this week, yeah.
Dallas,
They gonna get neighbors killed.
Dallas is just doodle.
Yeah,
Dallas is just doodle.
So who's your number 5, Rodney?
Oh, my number 5 is Washington.
Washington.
Right. All right, I got a question for you. I got to do quick. Is Pittsburgh good because Justin Fields been that good, or because the defense is just that elite?
I
I think it's a combination of the two.
Yeah, but I don't think it's really, Justin Fields being good enough isn't, well, he's good enough, but he's not doing too much. So I don't like, what I'm trying to, like, I'm trying to think. He's just basically capable of keeping the ball, keeping the pace of the game, and at their momentum, keeping the momentum at their twos, controlling the pace of the game. The defense is shut down. But you see Justin Fields is crazy. He only throw the ball about 20 times a game.
Nah,
Yeah,
he's the perfect game manager right now. He's not doing too much, but he's doing what he needs to do.
And Tomlin's not making him do too much. And like nobody on that team is going like nobody on that team is doing crazy stats or anything. I mean, besides TJ, but like they're not focused on getting Pickens the ball or having Najee run the ball 20 times. They are managing the offense. Probably one of the best ways we've ever seen a coach actually manage it to do. And like, I thoroughly believe that even when Russell Wilson is healthy, that's Justin Fields' team. You don't take that team from him. He's not turning the ball over. He's using his legs when he has to and making plays happen, not just diving and hoping things work out. He's been throwing the ball really well. Like, He looks good out there. He doesn't look elite. He didn't flip a switch and all of a sudden he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league. He's definitely still has some room to improve. But like he's on a team that believes in him and has weapons around him and is willing to let him play his game. And he's looked pretty damn good out there.
I agree.
How can a team beat the Chiefs?
Pull the longest yard and start hitting refs on accident.
Teams don't won 3 weeks in a row on some weird shit.
Y'all see that weird ass stat they came out with Mahomes? How he's got like 17 overturned interceptions, which is more than any. Like Tom Brady only has like 8 in his entire career, and Mahomes has 17 overturned.
Brady has
One thing I'll give the refs is that they've been equally trash all season. Like they haven't been calling pass interference at all this whole year, and this shit is dumb. Like the shit happened in the Falcons game, the shit happened in the Washington game, that shit happened in the Chiefs game. Like at least they're being consistently ass. Like
I feel like their inconsistency of calling major penalties has always been my biggest problem with the refs. Because like there shouldn't be this ref calls it pass interference, but this ref doesn't. Maybe this ref doesn't call it holding and then another ref does, but like pass interference and roughing the passer should be 2 that are the exact same every single time. I don't understand how you get one play that's flagged and the next play it's even worse but doesn't get flagged.
I only got one problem with the Chiefs. I don't give a fuck how they win, honestly. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. We've seen it before. We've seen it, and this is not taking no shots, but we've seen it with Tom Brady. We've seen Tom Brady get in the calls that Michael Vick or anybody. We've seen these. And I'm not even talking about the play hating that. Like, we've seen it. My biggest problem with the Chiefs is 2 words, Jawan Taylor. They need to do something about this player. Cause I'm getting sick and tired of him jump starting like that every fucking play. And I get it. If you call it every play, the game gonna last 8 hours. I fucking get it. So
if you call it every play, you ain't gonna have to call it because he's gonna stop doing it. He's only doing it because he's not getting flagged.
Find him after every game or suspend him.
Like it's an intentional
doing that shit. They gotta force him to stop doing that shit. That shit hurts my nerves. Because then you got Dallas getting 20 fucking thousand holding calls or false starts. But this motherfucking false starts every play. It don't matter if it's a passing play or a running play. He's false starting.
And like even remember the first game of the season they called that the penalty for I don't know if they called it an illegal formation or if it was considered offsides, but like if the tackle is not lined up by the belt line of the center, it's a penalty. They called that like 30 times in the first couple games of the season, and I haven't seen it called since, even though people still lining up the same way. So like if you're on the line of scrimmage, your helmet can't be behind the center's belt. And that's how everyone on the line of scrimmage lines up now, and they don't call it anymore. I don't understand.
Him is taking one long ass stride to the right before Creed Humphrey even snaps the ball.
Yeah, he's got his hands up and everything. He's already ready. He's ready to go. He's in blocking position while the ball gets snapped. It's crazy.
Like
that's an insane advantage.
And the sad part about it is he still gets pressured. He still gets pressured, even though
maybe that's why they don't call it, because they're like, bro, we let this dude get in position and he still got fucking put on his ass.
But the league gotta take away. So they need to take Jawan Taylor, or they need to give the Chiefs less calls. They need to pick which one. They need to pick which one.
You see this whole shit with Edgar and James getting suspended for being too rough?
Yeah.
The best defensive player of the year so far gets suspended right before playing the Chiefs for being too good at football. It's like, no, if it's hit something dirty, he ain't been flagged for it or anything like that.
He has a history of being a dirty ass player.
Not really.
No, Derwin James is a dirty ass player.
What I'm saying is like he's been fined a few times, but it's not like it's always been a review thing. I think he has like 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties in his career. So like They're not flagging him for the stuff that he's doing. They're just fining him for it. If it's really that big of a deal, use the flag. A fucking $6,000 fine isn't shit to these guys, but a 15-yard penalty on third down, that's a big fucking deal.
Like, I'm still not in the boat of the NFL's in the Chiefs pockets. I refuse. I will be the only one right in the boat that football within itself is scripted. Do some bullshit happens? Yes. But it's the refs. You gotta either need to take refs out the game or you gotta do something about it. I don't think the game within itself is scripted unless there's bounties involved. I just, I cannot watch football and be like, okay, the Chiefs is about to win because Roger Goodell wants them to win. I can't believe that. I'm sorry. And I'll be naive. Everybody can call me. I don't care. I can't. I love the game too much to discredit it like that. I just can't do it. But do some fishy don't happen for Kansas City? Hell yeah. I'll give you
I
one.
don't think it's rigged as far as like I don't think there's like a script of how everything goes down, but I do think that there are some, like, it's a business, right?
Yes.
So like, I do think there are certain scenarios where they're like, hey, maybe don't call this
Right.
or be a little harder on this guy. And I'm just like, coaches talk to officials before games and they're like, we've noticed this team does this. Watch out for it. Like, they all do that. I just think that the Chiefs have a little bit more pull as to how things can happen. Like, the first game of the season, when have you ever seen a defensive coordinator be able to call a timeout? That is a head coach rule. The quarterback can signal for it, and then the ref looks at the head coach, and the head coach hits the time. They hit the timeout. That has been a rule since day one of football. Is only the head coach can call a timeout, and they let the Chiefs defensive coordinator call a timeout. That's supposed to be a delay of game.
Right.
And they're like, no, we'll give them the timeout. That's
my problem is this, right?
You got to know the rules.
I had an argument, and then we can move. I had an argument with a Falcons fan, right? So pissed off that they lost, right? And he called me up. I'm just a Dallas fan who don't know my shit. And the reason why he said this, cause I said, yo, was that a PI? Yes, it was. But the problem is y'all had another chance to right that wrong. Y'all had another chance in the red zone. And y'all ran a fucking sweep on 4th and 2.
That shouldn't matter, though. That shouldn't matter.
Man, look.
Because if you're gonna call that defensive pass interference in the first quarter, that needs to be defensive pass interference.
But I can understand if they didn't have another chance, though. They had another chance.
They should have had 4 more chances. Like, the situation of where the penalty happens shouldn't matter. If you call it once and it's similar to, like, it's not like it was a different call. In the first quarter, it was in the back of the end zone. They called it pass interference. So it's the same thing in like baseball. If an umpire calls it a high pitch, a strike, basically for the rest of the game, if there's another pitch in that spot, it's going to be a strike every time. He's not going to call it differently depending on what's going on. So like, if you're going to call it once, that needs to be a consistent call. If you're going to focus on defensive pass interference in the game and call it 3-4 times for both teams, you have to call it every time. Situation can't matter.
What's your position on it, Rob?
Atlanta should have had it 1st and goal at the 1 yard line.
They should have. I'm not gonna lie. I'll feel the same way.
You're breaking up, bud.
At all, because the play before that PI. The play before that. Yeah, so the play before that PI happened, Kirk Cousins overthrew Drake London wide open going into the end zone. So that's already. So that PI should have never even happened. Because, and then the very next play on 4th and 2, you're going to run that little sweep to the outside when that whole line of scrimmage is stacked. Come on now, bro.
I don't think the refs do that game. I think it's play calling, man. I get it. It's PI. But it's not like they didn't have another chance, man. It's not, I can understand if that was the final play of the game, that PI. Like, for the Washington-Cincinnati game. That Cincinnati missed PI against Washington, that was important. That was more significant than the one in the Atlanta game. Because
Well, that's the other thing
Cincinnati
too.
still
But like,
had a chance to
it's the
win.
it's the inconsistency in each individual game and the inconsistency throughout like the league. Like
It's
one
never,
game it comes down to a defensive pass interference, and then one game comes down to an incomplete pass that was worse than the DPI that did get called in a different game.
it's
So like
never gonna,
there
it's
shouldn't.
never gonna get better though, because what their excuse is, we're only three, four, how many refs out there? Four? We're only four people. We can only see so many, we can only see so much at a time, which is bullshit. Which is bullshit. Because they choose to not call the obvious half the time.
And like you should be able to review penalties.
Yep.
And like
And they had that
anytime a flag
room.
is,
The fact
and
that they
no,
took that
I'm not even
out,
saying challenging it. I'm saying like anytime a flag, like if you have to have a booth review from New York, anytime the ball is turned over or scored, anytime a flag gets thrown, it should come from New York, whether it was supposed to be thrown or not.
they're not,
There should be no interpretation. Like you can't have one ref who goes, "Oh, that's pass interference," and
that's
one
gonna
ref
make,
that goes, "That's not pass interference."
that's gonna make the game an hour longer. They're, like how you see how baseball shortened the game. They're not gonna do that, because if there's, for example, the Giants game, right? There was like 20 calls, 12 on us alone, right? If you go review, that's 30 seconds every time. Like, that's gonna
But
pro.
there should just be less penalties though. That's what I'm saying. Like we throw like you shouldn't get defensive pass interference on a ball that really wasn't catchable. If the receiver doesn't get the like if the receiver doesn't isn't within arm's reach of the ball, it shouldn't be pass interference
This is
unless
my
you like
thing, right?
drag him down or something like
I feel like teams should have 3 challenges, right? 2 regular challenges and 1 challenge for a penalty.
an official's challenge.
Yes. If it ain't PI, I get to throw the flag to feel like it was PI or it wasn't PI. Like if they call PI and I don't think it's PI, I should be able to throw a flag to try to get my play back.
I also think that delay of game should be a loss of down. That's one whether you can make the game faster. I
Mhm.
hate seeing a team lining up to punt and then they intentionally take the delay